This story is as old as time, and sadly the mistakes continue over and over again. Not to stick your D in crazy. I thought evolution of humankind was to pass on our knowledge and make sure that the people that come after us don't make the same mistakes, but for some reason they keep making them. We have issues where right now we're talking about Roe v. Wade, and now your option may be even more slim as you might be in the military longer trying to make sure you can provide. But Marine has had a little bit of a good time with a barracks bunny here on this post. He says, so I got a barracks bunny pregnant supposedly until the paternity test. I know, laugh away, but it's not funny when it happens to you. I would say that's actually incorrect, because I would still have a little bit of humility to realize, man, I am that guy. He then says, I wore my own condom and didn't finish in her at all, but still, this has to be going on for several months, and she wants to do a paternity test tomorrow under the table. I don't know what he really means about under the table. I mean, you either get one or you don't. I mean, it's not like a secret that you can easily get these, but there is a chance, because I've dealt with this, where people don't even know how to wear one, even though it's pretty self-explanatory, but I wouldn't expect a Marine to be able to understand how to read the instructions anyway. I'm joking, but let's continue on. Which now I'm thinking I should just come clean to my corporals instead of paying $1,800 for a prenatal test. I don't think there's anywhere that this would cost $1,800. There's some like black market stuff going on. Is she just going to take this money? Are you going with her? I would hope so. That way you see where this $1,800 is going. But there is no way this is costing $1,800 in my opinion. She's due on January 7th. Reason why I don't want to tell them is, one, it may not be mine. Fair enough. Two, what if she's lying about having papers that says she is divorced to another Marine? If you are worried about the fact that this person has the integrity of like zero, don't stick your D inside. Because literally, this is how you get burnt. She makes some stuff up, does some photoshopping or whatever. It's like, yeah, look at this screenshot, whatever. And bam, now you're sitting in front of your commanding officer wondering why you're getting in trouble for banging out another fellow Marine's wife. And that's not where this story ends, because it looks like this fellow Marine is also involved in this. Reason why I want to tell them is obvious. I feel like the longer this plays out and after the test is done under the rug, I could get in serious trouble from keeping this from them. Her ex-husband and her are getting back together, and he wants to adopt the child. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe a sense of relief if it is yours, but you haven't even finished the deed, which reduces the likelihood, because that is one method, right, of pull out. Okay, don't know if your game is strong, but on top of that, you've used another method, which was a physical barrier as well. And this just reeks of a lot of sketchiness, because why would the Marine that she was previously with want to be back with her, even though the official divorce papers have been filed? Just kind of baffles me. Like, usually that would be like, we're done and that's it, because it is officially done as well. It seems so weird and insane. A part of me does not want that, but then again, I don't want a child. Don't blame me, man. You're probably E3 nothing. However, it is my responsibility. I do appreciate his ownership there. It says, I'm currently at work having anxiety attacks. I don't know what to do. Tomorrow, I'm telling my corporals I want to go to medical for my swollen toe or just for personal reasons. Instead, I'm just going to get a paternity test, but I don't know what I should do now. First off, okay, we've all been E-nothings and done some dumb stuff. I've been in a situation like this as well, where a girl, which not a barracks bunny by any means, but I had met online, was like, oh, I'm pregnant, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, there's no way. I'm not, like, in this almost same exact context, except for a fellow man was not involved. But I was like, I'm calling massive BS, and I don't know why your red flags aren't going up. I was just like you, anxious as hell. Do not believe this woman until it is fact this is yours. Secondly, I'm going to say lying to your chain of command is probably not the best idea, because if this is yours, okay, they will need to know and make sure that this baby or child ends up under your care or benefit, and that way they understand that you have a responsibility and ensure that you can get everything lined up. And if anything, you just look like the biggest idiot, and people probably watch out for you and hold you accountable to not stick your little thing in things that are crazy like this. And for this other Marine, if he reads this Reddit post or he watches this video and this child's not yours, do not Do not adopt this if this is not your child. I'm just telling you, this is already on the bad step already if you guys are divorced, and this is just asking for an entire meltdown, and this child will be the one that's still there that will have to live with this. I do have a story of people that I've heard about where there was a woman that had 4 kids and one Marine adopted all 4 of them, even though they all had 4 different dads. Yeah, he was now responsible for all of their child support when they split up. Just have a brain, have 2 cents. Obviously, this led to people just dying laughing at a situation with some real advice as well, but we'll get to that. And it looks like people here are also echoing like, hey man, probably not yours. It's probably her ex's that's, doing the deed as well. And that also lines up with this question of what timeline was she on where she can definitively say, this is your child if this other guy is still involved? That's what I'm puzzled by as well. Like, I doubt she has a clear timeline. Snooze Stories writes, your gut is telling you this is off. You didn't finish in her, had a condom, and all this extra BS. It's not your concern. Even better, the cuck husband wants to take the hoe back. You get your out of jail card is right there. Don't go on some moral high ground thinking that baby needs you just because it already has a hoe mom and a cuck dad, and there's like 10% chance that baby is yours. I only say 10% because maybe pre-cum. It says, I wouldn't worry about the pregnancy. Barracks rats are sneaky too. She's planting in your head the idea that the baby is yours, and look how much you're freaking out. I'd be more worried about her lying about being divorced or not. She's bad news. You need to keep your distance. I would at least tell a trusted NCO or something. At the very least, he can minimize how bad it sounds to your staff sergeant, and he can also give a more personable advice that strangers on Reddit can't. I'd emphasize you're pretty sure you could have gotten her pregnant. That part is very important, but this is just my opinion. Maybe someone else can assist. And I have to also reflect on my personal experience from this. This girl just wanted attention. That was it from my experience, where it was like I was fading away, whatever you want to say, and she didn't want me to go. And it's like I'm pregnant. Nope. And then she claimed she had a little A word, right? And what happened? I said, let me see the picture of you and your note that you went there. Obviously something happened. And guess what? I never got anything. And I was made to be the bad person because I wanted proof that she actually went to the clinic. And that's because I knew she was just a lying sack of you-know-what. But that is my story. I'm sharing this because I think it's important to continue to, I guess, make sure we don't continue the same mistakes. But you guys are going to think with the wrong head, and that's just what it is. And this tale is as old as time. But I'm hoping to maybe save one person if I can. But as always, if you guys do have other topics, stories, videos, whatever you want me to share, talk about, please let me know on, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, all that. And also, we're trying to get our subscribers up. Make sure you guys like this video if you guys like this kind of content and kind of talking about social and cultural issues that happen in the military. I appreciate it. Leave your comments down below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.